Good afternoon, and welcome to our 5th episode of our podcast.
Maughter podcast.
Maughter podcast. I am Claudia, and I am Mother.
I'm Polly, I'm daughter.
And we got our little miniature guest, Riley, here as well, who you will hear squawking every now and then, or breathing heavily as she eats.
Or saying dada, because she does that now.
That's her new word. We learned a new word. That's our first word. Right, Riley? We say dada. She's staring at me like I'm a stranger now. Was that dada? Dada? To be continued.
This is our 15th time recording this intro.
Yeah. We had issues again. I got a little bit of a cough, so I'm going to apologize now for that.
A little bit of a what?
A cough? What did I say?
No, I just didn't hear you.
Oh. Okay, so our topic this time around, I was going to say...
This episode?
This episode is going to be high school. What high school we went to, did we enjoy it, some of the things about high school, and are we still friends with some of our high school friends? Exciting! So, Polly and I actually both went to the same high school, mostly because she's my daughter, and,
I didn't have a choice.
Exactly. We went to McNally Composite High School in Edmonton. Yeah, I obviously was there way before she was.
Still some of the same teachers, though.
Yes, she had the same teacher that I had.
We can't
as
name
well.
drop, can we?
No, I don't think we... Well, you can, but it's not like they don't know the first name. We'll just call this person... We'll say...
Mr. Smith.
No, I didn't say the name. You did. We didn't hear that. We'll just say...
because it's a common name.
That's true. We'll just call it Mr. Smith being this individual. So when I went to high school, I have 2 older brothers, and when I was in high school, there was issues with this teacher and my brothers. So when I was going into high school, my brothers are 2 and 4 years ahead of me, and when I was going in, I ended up having the same teacher that they had for my social studies. And he looks at me and he looks at my last name, and my last name is, of course, Pratt. And he's just like, Pratt, any relations to Ernesto and Arturo? And I'm like, yeah, they're my brothers. And he looks at me, he's like, oh, this is going to be a good year. And after that, I'm like, yeah, this is not going to be a good year at all for me, because I knew something was going to happen. Sure enough, I was his pick of choice to... of people that were not listening in class or detention and so forth. And fast forward to Polly entering high school. Guess who her homeroom teacher was?
And social.
Good old Mr. Smith.
And he knew, because Claudia looks the exact same when we walked in. He knew exactly.
Okay, so we have obviously different last names. Polly has her father's last name. And so I'm like, he won't know because you have a different last name. Of course, we get there and it's your first day, and I'm like going with you because you had like some things and whatnot, and I think it was like parents had to come in because a bunch of parents were there as well. I walk in and we're late. So we're like the only ones that are walking in late. So I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. So he knew, so I was picked on because of that. He had like a 20-year grudge or something.
He held on to that grudge, eh?
Honestly. And I remember one time specifically, I sucked at essays, and I know I suck at essays. We had to write an essay for social, so he picked it up, and he read it, the whole thing to the class. So I was like, oh, I think I did pretty good if he's reading the whole thing out, right? He puts it back down on my desk, and he said, this is what not to do.
He's such a jerk.
I was like, holy moly. That was bad. And then I had to have summer school social too. Same teacher.
Same teacher? You got it for social too for summer school? Oh my goodness.
It sucked.
Okay, so sorry, we heard a little bit of ticking and stuff like that. Riley was just playing with some of her toys, so we apologize. You could barely hear it. It's kind of mixed in. But that's okay. That's what we get for having babies. They're here. Okay, so...
Yeah, we didn't like that teacher.
No, he wasn't very cool. I had a few good teachers, like... You had a really good math teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Clark.
Why are all our teachers like so generic, like such a like common names? Like, no, your math teacher was really good. I liked him.
Yeah,
it's funny because when I was in school, I asked for help. Obviously, I would come after school and ask for help, and I said to Polly, I'm like, hey, you need to get some extra help in math and whatnot. And her other friend as well was having problems as well, and she's like, oh yeah, all they do is YouTube. And I'm like, what? And they like direct you guys to YouTube to find out some math help. I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, is that the new way of education? Is just like kids teaching themselves?
Might as well just homeschool.
Yeah, it was silly. I thought it was really weird.
Yeah, but my one teacher, he would actually sit down with me all the time when I needed it.
Yeah.
And it was really helpful. He was a really good teacher.
I had some really good teachers. My chem teacher was really amazing. He was a very good one-on-one teacher. And he was very, like, down-to-earth with the kids. Who else? I had my bio teacher was really good as well.
My bio teacher was good too.
My computer teacher was pretty slack. I was really good at, like, typing and stuff like that, so he let me get away with a lot and everything. So.
My bio teacher's name was Mrs. Plant.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. We had our teacher our art teacher who had passed away. He was actually Auntie Carla's neighbor, I think it is.
Really?
Was he art? Yes. Your tio Ernesto was an amazing art student. Like, he was really good with drawings and stuff. And I come in, and he's like, is your brother Ernesto? Because, again, same last name, obviously. And I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh, I'm really excited to see what you have to bring because your brother was really, really good. He sees my stuff, and he's just like, oh, so you're not as good as your brother. And I'm like, thank you. I got, like, 50s in art. And I'm just like, yeah. Grade 11, I'm not taking art. Thank you very much.
I should have taken art.
Yeah, he was a really good art teacher. After that, I don't know what happened. Like, who was the art teacher?
I don't even know.
I took Spanish, because, yeah.
Because it's an easy 100.
Yeah, it was a fun class. It was fun to, like, pinpoint the stuff my teacher did not say correctly and do correctly.
Me too.
She did not
I
like
would
it.
do that. I would do that, and she'd be like, oh, well, it's a different dialect.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but it's wrong to me.
Hello.
Yeah, and I always got good grades in that class, so I always skipped.
Oh,
I always got in
see?
trouble.
Tisk. We do not encourage skipping. You're bad. What was your favorite class or subject in high school? What was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject? I don't know. Probably social.
Social?
But like not
With Mr. S?
not not that social. I like history social.
Yeah.
I like learning about like the French Revolution and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite subject in school.
Oh,
in
and
high
cooking.
school-
I really like cooking.
Home ec?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I think I took home ec only in grade 10. That was it. I want to say English was my favorite.
Yeah.
English. That was it really.
I had an end of the year project in grade 11 or 12, and my English teacher, she was nice, but we had this end of the year project and it counted for like 30% of our grade. And I remember we have to pick like a question and do like interviews with people and do like a whole
That'd be fun.
slideshow and everything. Yeah, it was going to be fun. And I was going to pick the question, how far would someone go for someone they love?
Yeah.
Obviously, the answer is like saving their life, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I wanted to explore that a little bit more. But I went to her for advice on my question, and she's like, "Well, I think what you're trying to get at is what is the meaning of life." I had no idea where to start.
Was that your topic then?
Yeah, that's what she picked for me. That's what she told me to do my project on.
That sucks.
And I'm like, how am I even supposed to go about this? So, like, the
Yeah.
only thing I got down was religion for some people.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like how? That's such a broad question.
How do you even answer that?
Yeah, like, I'm in high school.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Do you still have your high school yearbook?
Yeah, I bought one a couple months ago.
Oh, after you graduated kind of thing?
Yeah, I had to go in and buy one. I went back into school after, and it's so different. It's weird.
Well, what threw me off was when I was in high school, obviously we had no cameras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now when you were in high school and I went to your school to pick you up and whatnot, there's cameras like in all the like the nooks and crannies that we used to chill in and stuff like that. And it was just like, oh my goodness.
There has to be because of you guys.
Shut up! It wasn't our our year. High school friends. Do you still talk to your high school friends? Like, did you have a lot of friends in high school? And if so, do you still talk to them now?
I had a clique in high school.
Yeah.
The weirdos.
The weirdos. Do you
Yeah.
still talk to these weirdos?
One of them.
One.
Well, I have a couple on Facebook, but I don't even really talk to them. Like, no, I would say only talk. No, I don't talk to anyone from high school.
Nobody?
Nobody.
That's bizarre.
Like, I don't talk to anyone from high school. Except Dolly.
Yeah, except Dolly, yeah.
But she wasn't even in my grade. Like, I didn't really hang out with her. We didn't really hang out in high school, so.
Yeah, that's true. She wasn't a young grade, right?
Yeah, she's a year younger.
Yeah. I had, like, we had our own little clique and stuff like that as well. About 7 or 8 of us that used to hang out and stuff like that. And a lot of these people also went to my house for house parties at your grandpa's house and whatnot. And like when we turned 18 and stuff.
talk to all of them.
So I still talk to Carla, who I met when I was in grade 11, I believe, or towards the end of grade 10. And she's like my best friend, so I've known her since then. And we've been through a lot. I've been to her wedding, like, obviously since her kids were babies, and since you guys were babies, well, per se, and like Alejandro and Maria. Like, she's been in my life my whole life, right? Well, almost my whole life. Literally half my life, I guess, right? At this point. Another one is Marianne, MJ. She also, same time frame, because she was in my grade 11 class. And there's also my one girlfriend, Lindsay, that I've known since grade 10, and we were in gym together. We became friends there, and our friendship grew, and we were bad, and we were good, and we're still friends. So she's another one. So that's 3. I was Facebook friends with a couple of friends, but we don't talk as much anymore, so we don't chat, right? Other than that group of like 6 or 7 is Carla and Marianne, and we talk the most, kind of thing. Carla being my best friend, which is Dolly's sister.
Yeah.
So when I was, because
they went to high school together.
Yeah.
And then me and Dolly went to high school together.
And they're still friends, and obviously me and Carla are still friends. Another girlfriend of mine that I met in grade 12 is April.
Oh, yeah.
She was in my English class, and she was eating lunch one day by herself, and I sat down beside her, and I'm like, hey, you're my English class. And she's like, I am. I'm like, my name is Claudia. And we became friends since then. So we were 18 at that time, and we've been friends for however many years we are now. And she still comes over for fire pits and stuff like that when Dan is home.
She's nice. I remember.
April's cool.
It's funny because I remember all these people when I was like 5.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they've been there forever.
Yes. Another person that I still talk to every now and then on my Facebook is Diana. She used to date your Uncle Ernesto when I was in grade 10. So your Uncle Ernesto was in grade 11, and I believe she was in grade... No, I was in grade 11. She was in grade 10, Ernesto was in grade 12. They dated for a bit as well, and we still chat. And I actually did her cupcakes for her wedding. We still talk every now and then. Another person as well is Jordan. He was actually in my Spanish class. We used to partner up together because he's like, hey, you know Spanish? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, can you help me out? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So we would do like our things together. Like we had to like do like talk like conversations in Spanish.
Yeah.
And like have a conversation and whatnot. Another person that used to go to my high school and I still talk to is Marlena. She was a really sweet person. She actually lives in the States now, and she has, I believe, 4 girls. She actually, on the way, because where we used to live, we walked to school to McNally from like your grandpa's house, and in between, she was like an in-between house, and she had a really beautiful house. So I would pick her up to walk together to school kind of thing, and we would walk together. We did that for about, I want to say half a year, I think, and then on the way home, we would walk home as well. Yeah. Another 2 people that I know from high school, actually from junior high, are the twins, Danielle and Melissa. So I met them when I was in junior high, and your Uncle Ernesto, again, dated Danielle. I feel like my brothers date my friends a lot, especially Ernesto. So we're going to call you out on this, Ernesto. What's going on? So they dated for about a year or 2, and we ended up going to the same high school as well. We hung out in grade 10, and then after we just separated and just got other friends and whatnot. And Danielle she lives in the States as well now, and Melissa lives here. And yeah, we chat. Actually, Melissa, I was talking with her. This is going to be too much information, but not that much information. When I was pregnant with Maria, and I said to her, I'm like, well, I don't feel very good. And she also is married, and she's like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have to go to the bathroom. And then she said to her husband that I think Claudia's having her baby. And sure enough, within like minutes, my water broke, and then I had to go to the hospital, and I had Maria. And I told her, she's like, I knew it. I totally knew it, because she told her husband that I think Claudia's having her baby, and sure enough, and that happened the night I had Maria. That's weird. Yeah, it was kind of funny. It was like cool. And then Danielle as well. Before she moved to the States, we chatted and whatnot as well. Not so much now because she's not on Facebook anymore, so we don't chat as much. But they were also always known as the twins to me. I also have pictures, actually. I want to say we actually knew each other in elementary because
the pictures, the birthday party.
Yes, I have pictures of them as well.
I remember.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yes. No, we didn't go to high school together. This was junior high. Trina, my girlfriend on Trina, I still talk to her as well. But she went to Bonnie Doon, I believe, and I went to McNally, but we went to the same junior high as well. So then we went to different schools. And my other girlfriend, Becky, I went to elementary with. And then we reconnected now that I live in this neighborhood and she lives up the block. I was going for a walk with Maria, and our girls are not that, like, Maria and her first daughter are not that much of an age difference. And I was walking with your grandpa in the neighborhood because we just moved in. And she's walking towards me, and I don't have glasses because I can't see from far, so I didn't have my glasses on. I'm looking at this girl, and I'm like, she looks so familiar, and she's like, Claudia, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and it was Becky. And then we reconnected again, and her second daughter and Alejandro are about the same age as well, so we have a lot of play dates, and we're literally a block away, so it's super nice. Another person we used to chat a lot more, but I don't see him active on Facebook very much, is my friend Tyson. He was in drama a lot, and like in the drama stuff and whatnot, and we chatted a lot after high school as well. It's funny because when he was dating one of his exes, they were traveling, and he posted on Facebook that if anyone wanted a postcard from him, and I'm like, oh, I want a postcard from you, so he sent me a postcard from where he was visiting. It was super cool. I really liked that. It was really nice of him. Those are all the people I can think of off the top of my head. So if you're listening to this podcast and I don't call your name,
Yell at her.
and we're on Facebook, or we're Facebook friends, or you're listening to this from YouTube, I apologize. Comment below. Let me know who you are, what your name is, so I can give you a shout out next time, because I'm trying to think of all the people I do know and talk to still.
She was a popular kid.
I wasn't a popular kid. This is the thing. I wasn't a popular kid.
Were.
No, I wasn't. I kept to myself, really. You can even ask your Auntie Carla. I was kind of like...
yourself and all your 8 million friends.
Okay, there's like maybe 10 people I still talk to from high school.
Yeah, how many do I talk to?
I don't know, Polly. It's your
None.
turn now. How many friends from high school do you still talk to?
High school, none.
Dolly is one.
She doesn't count. I knew her before high school.
That's true.
But I do talk to 2 friends from junior high.
See, that's...
Not high school.
Who do you talk to in junior high?
River and Mary.
Oh, yes.
We were the trio.
The trio of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I liked River. She was such a sweetheart. She lived like right behind us in the condos.
Yeah.
Mary, I never knew.
Mary, I thought you met Mary.
I met Mary maybe once, and then when he turned 18 and you guys were older, you chatted her
we didn't
with
really
her.
talk after. Me and Mary didn't really talk after high school. We just reconnected, like, first pregnant with Riley.
Yeah.
And I went to her house, and she had, like, a party thing going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, she has kids of her own, and River's living her best life. And yeah, we chat every now and then. That's, like, it.
Do you miss high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you miss about high school?
My friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, being an adult, it's hard enough to make friends.
And being a mom is even harder, I feel.
Yeah, it's, like, a lot harder.
I feel that a lot. I really do.
Because even if you do make mom friends, a lot of them aren't going to parent the same way as you.
No.
And it's hard to see eye to eye.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, like, I'm very easygoing.
Yeah.
And nonchalant. Like, I'll let her eat stuff off the floor. I don't really care.
Just goes into Walmart, just starts eating stuff off the floor.
Well, not Walmart. But, you know, some people aren't like that.
Yeah. I find as a mom, so a lot of my friends...
My only mom friend is my mom.
hey! Just kidding. I noticed, like, when you were younger, you were the only one in that age group, like, in my age group with with a child at that age. But, like, even so, like, after when Carla had her kids, there was a big age gap, right?
Yeah, I remember holding Katrina when she was a baby.
Yeah, so she had, like, her kids, obviously, there's a big age gap. So, Maylin as well, like, Marianne's daughter...
Yeah, so I always hung out with people younger than me.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then afterwards, like, I had Maria and Alejandro. Every one of my kids' friends were now older, and I'm having babies, like, younger babies after again, right? Like, it's just like a big again of like, I just feel like, and then with them being so little, except for like a couple of my friends, it's hard to find friends, like, you know. I did meet one really good friend. Her name is Catherine on Facebook, on a mom's group. We were chatting, and we end up having very close, like, interests. Like, she bakes, I bake. We have 2 kids. I have 2, like, the 2 younger ones, and she has 2 younger ones as well. Yeah, it's just our interests they peaked, and we are really good friends now, and we, like, the kids go to each other's birthday parties and stuff like that. So I find it hard as well with mom friends and stuff, like,
yeah,
you know,
like, I know a lot of people my age that are having kids, but I don't know, it's hard to connect and stay connected too.
Yeah, and especially when they're living their own life, having a baby as well, right? Because,
like, I work a lot, and it's hard to even just message people back.
Yeah,
because I want to relax.
Yeah,
you know,
on your days off, you want to relax and enjoy your child, right?
Yeah.
Like, I only get 1 day a week off, and it's just like I have one of the kids because Maria's in school, Andrew isn't. And it's just, yeah, it's you try to do catch up at the same time, do errands at the same time, get groceries, and then enjoy time with him.
Yeah.
Which makes it hard, of course, right? I miss high school.
Yeah.
I do. I miss the same thing. I miss my friends.
Yeah.
I miss chilling with them. I miss having the minimal responsibility.
Yeah.
I would just wake up and go to school.
That's it.
Yeah, you would chat with your friends, you go to classes, you get your marks, and then come home, and then you just chill again. Yeah. Where your weekends are free, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do groceries. You don't have to clean your house. You don't have to be an adult. You don't have to watch anybody. You can just do whatever you want to do.
You don't have to worry about money.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I worked when I was 15, and since I was 15, but it was always, like, part-time, and then it got a little bit more and whatnot, and when I was, like, hitting my junior high or high school years, it was weekends, and it was, like, a fun job, you know what I mean? So it was fun stuff to do, and I got money, and I could do whatever I wanted to do on the weekends. Hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets from high school?
Regrets?
Yeah.
Not really. We didn't... No.
No? Mine was not paying attention more and actually focusing on my stuff I should have been focusing on.
I wish I told you even more that I did not want to go into chemistry.
Why?
Because, okay, so she picked my classes and I did not want to do chemistry.
I picked your classes for grade 10. And I said you have to have, like, sciences, because you had to have sciences anyways.
No, science. Grade 10, you only had to have science. Grade 11 and 12, you had to have 2 of the 3. Physics,
Chemistry or biology.
Or bio.
And what did you get? I gave you chemistry and bio.
Yeah. I didn't want chemistry. And I told you I didn't want chemistry.
And what would you take, physics?
Yeah. I prefer math over...
So why didn't you take it in grade 11?
Okay, I told
Or 12.
I told you that I did not want chemistry. I was like, I'm gonna fail this. And it was the most boring class I ever had to take. Ever. And my teacher hated me because I hated the class. And I sat there and drew all class because I didn't want to be there. And then I failed. And so I had to take Science 20 and Science 30, and I covered everything. So I was like, hey, this is fine. I hated chemistry.
So note to self, don't put Maria and Alejandro
Let
in.
them pick what they want to do.
You should see the look she's giving me. I kind of feel like we need to video us when we talk about these things, because her face is just like, let them pick what they want to do. And she's like evil looking at me. She gives me the Riley look when Riley's like, what? I enjoy chemistry. It was 50-50. I wasn't a fan of sciences because, you know, me and gravity, we don't get along.
Yeah, I don't think I'm glad I don't have to do a job that requires me to do any math.
Because everyone's like, oh yeah, you need to do this. Like, what, geometry? You're going to need this on your own.
You have a calculator in your pocket all the time.
Yeah, but when do I, like, I work in the medical field.
Yeah.
I don't do anything math related.
Yeah.
And it's still, there's a calculator on my computer, just FYI.
And on your phone.
And on my phone. So I got it. I'm good.
You just look it up.
Right? What I'm really worried about with school is, like, the Alejandro and Maria going into school and, like, looking at them. Like, when you were younger and then you had to do division, they're like, oh, you're showing me your division. I'm like, what are you doing? And you're like, this is the division we learned. I'm like, how about I teach you the long division? And I showed you long division. You guys didn't even learn that. Like,
we learned it after.
After. But, like, the way you guys were doing it, I'm looking at you like, what are you doing? Like, I just didn't understand that. Like, what's going to happen when like, the kids go into school? You're going to look and be like, what are you doing? That isn't even, like, division. Like,
I know. I've seen some videos on how to do things, like, easier, like multiplication and stuff. And I'm like, what?
Like, that's what I said. Why not just teach your kids the multiplication table? Period. They're going to learn it. They're going to have to know it. And then teach them division. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Long division was, like, my saving grace, I feel. And multiplications, I love multiplications. I suck at math, but I do like that.
Now,
Like, how often do you use it?
I don't.
The most I honestly use it is teaching Maria when she's home. And I'm like, and I'll throw it at her. Be like, Maria, what's 3 + 5? And she'll be like, and she'll tell me, Maria, what's this? Or what's this minus this? That's the most math I physically use right now at the age of 41. That is it.
Yeah.
Because everything else I Google.
Yeah, I know. Reese has to use a lot of math at his work.
Oh, well, yeah, because he's welding, right?
He has blueprints and all that crap, right? And I'm like, how do you even... He's telling me, like, 3/18 of something, and I'm like, huh?
What's 1/18 in decimal form, please?
I'm like, okay. I don't understand half the stuff he's talking about.
Yeah, see, he would have benefited from math in high school. That's not so much.
He likes the job, though.
Yeah.
He likes the math that comes with it.
I don't. I don't like any math that comes with anything. At all.
I don't even need to know math for my job. It's just
That's true, yeah.
guessing.
I'm a chef, but I guess my work.
Well, everything's
Per
done
se.
by eye, right? Like, I gotta put 2 tomatoes on this bun, and that's it.
That's true. That's true. How about work related? Do you still talk to people that you work with?
No.
Ever?
No.
How? No, you're younger than I am, I guess, too. I used to work at the Orange Julius here in Bonnie Doon Mall, and I met another girlfriend of mine named Lindsay, who I still talk to now. We disconnected for a bit, and then we reconnected afterwards. And I found her on Facebook, and I added her, and we started chatting, and now we're chatting again and stuff like that. So that's one friend that I've known probably the longest from work related.
Yeah.
Another person is Ian, because we worked at Convergence as well together. And our friend Matt, who worked with us as well at Convergence. It's funny because I was just talking with Matt like a bit ago, and we were talking about high school, and he went to McNally as well. And he's like, how did we not know this? Because we talked when we were working together and whatnot. I'm like, how did we not know that we both went to McNally? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, was that And then we're talking about our English teacher and stuff like that. It was so funny, just like recently on Facebook and stuff like that. So those two, Ian and Matt, were from Convergence.
It was funny. I remember one time I was at the soccer center. I don't remember why I was there. But it was in grade 12.
Okay.
I remember being at the soccer center. And I was watching something. I really don't remember why I was there. But anyway, this guy came up to me, and he's about my age, and he was talking, and he was like, oh, where do you go to school? And I was like, Nally. And he's like, oh, me too. And I was like, that's so weird.
You think it was a pickup line?
No, because he's like, oh, well, I only have, like, morning classes or whatever. And then he goes home after. So because I'd never seen him.
Yeah.
And he's
I mean,
like,
that was
oh,
a big
yeah.
school, though.
Yeah, I guess. I lied. I do talk to one person that I worked with.
Who?
Ayla.
Oh, yeah, in Sook, right?
Yeah, we met at Pizzability.
Yeah, that's one
And
person, yeah.
We were best friends for forever. Yeah.
Oh, another person I still talk to that I work with was Lindsay. She worked with me when I was working at Icing in Southgate. And yeah, we were friends then, and we're friends now.
Yeah, honestly, I have two kind of mom friends right now, and I know both of them through Reese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Taya, because they went to school together.
That was Taya?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she has a son who's only 4 months older than Riley.
Yeah.
And then Jordan, who Reese knows her boyfriend through work.
Yeah.
And their son Atlas is only a couple months older than Riley. And yeah, those are like the only two mom friends I have. And it's funny because I know them both through Reese.
Through Reese, not even through you, like
Yeah.
someone you know. That's funny. I know my friend Holly, who lives, I believe she lives in Calgary right now. I worked with her at Shoppers Drug Mart when I was 18 years old. And I worked there for 2 years. And yeah, we still chat every now and then as well on mostly, obviously, Facebook. Two other friends that I am still friends with, Lisa and Tracy, which I worked with at the hospital.
The hospital, Northgate.
No,
That
was Lucille.
And Tiffany.
And Tiffany. But I don't talk to Tiffany much. She's at the hospital. But Lucille, yes, I speak to her through Facebook. But Lisa and Tracy are at the hospital here. I still talk to them. Tammy's another friend that I still chat with, and I worked with. I worked with her when I was 17, 18 at Claire's. That's when my first journey of Claire's began. Oh my goodness, Tammy was so fun. So she was with her husband, married, and they had 2 kids, and they were younger. Well, I was super young, so they were young still in my eyes, right? Because I'm like, oh my goodness. They were like high school. I believe they knew each other since I think they were, I say 15 or 16. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you guys know each other for like ever. You guys are like so old. Because, I was like 16. I was like so young, right? But they had 2 kids, and their daughter, Jamie, who I speak to now, she's such a sweetheart. She had such beautiful long hair. And she's like, I want to have long hair like Claudia. And yeah, she was cute. And I pierced her son's ear as well when he was little.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, they were so much fun coming over. And because we worked at Claire's, and everything at Claire's is so much fun, right? And you know me, I'm like a kid at heart. So we're trying on like the wheelies and stuff like that. We're trying out new product. I'm like, you guys come check this out. It was so much fun working there. And they were such a blast. They were such good kids. I just loved them. They were so sweet.
Speaking of Claire's, yesterday
Oh, yes.
we went to Claire's and Riley got her ears pierced.
Yay, Riley! We got our ears pierced. I love piercing babies when I worked at Claire's.
Because their screams.
No, it was just
They fuel
yeah.
you.
The anticipation. Everyone's like, "Hey, we have a piercing." I'm like, "Dibs!" And I'd pierce like little babies. I just like line them up and just like. Pachoo. It was fun. Yeah, I'm a bad person. You'd hear them cry, just wailing, and then instantly they'd stop. Maybe okay. Maybe like whatever. Maybe move on with their lives.
Yeah.
I prefer piercing babies as opposed to kids that are older. Like
Yeah.
I pierced the one girl where I pierced her one ear, and she absolutely was terrified. I couldn't pierce the other one. Her mother was like, "What am I supposed to do? You're going to walk around with one ear?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not piercing my other ear." They had to pay for the earrings, and they left. And she walked out with one ear pierced because she didn't want to pierce the other one. I'm like, this is why babies are easier.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
Exactly.
I strapped her to my lap, and she sat there screaming.
Did she cry?
Yeah, and I asked the chick, I was like, "Are all babies this bad?" And she's like, "No."
Just your baby.
I'm like, "Oh."
We're gonna make it awkward as
I know. I was trying to make like jokes.
Yeah.
And she was taking them so seriously the whole time. I was like, "Okay."
At least I would have been like, "Oh, they're all the same. Don't worry about it. This is what they do. Blah blah blah."
Yeah.
It wouldn't make you feel bad about it. Like
Yeah,
not
no,
even.
she was like, "No," and I was like, "Oh."
Thanks. Aww.
Yeah.
I think that's all the people that I know of that I still talk to from when I worked with as well. If I forgot about you and you're on my Facebook or you're on YouTube and you're like, "Hey, Claudia Pratt, I used to work with her," let me know. I'll give you a shout out and I apologize for forgetting about you. I'm going to use the excuse that I got mom brain, but I forget a lot of things. That's a lie. I don't forget a lot of things. I was looking
No,
on my
she
Facebook.
remembers everything.
Okay, I don't remember everything. Sometimes
She
I even...
remembers the baby screams.
I remember baby screams. Yeah, when he pierced up. I do forget my keys in the house sometimes.
All the time.
One time your grandpa came by and he's like, because Dan was home and he's like, "Dan, you forgot the keys." I was like, "No, I didn't. That was Claudia." And he takes the keys out.
I don't know how many times.
I'm bad for that.
I'd open the door to go to school and there'd be keys in the door.
Yeah, I was bad for that. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't forget the keys. I don't lose my...
Close the door with the keys.
I know, right? I locked the door from the inside with the keys outside.
You have like 1,800 keys on your thing and you can't even hear them.
Actually, I have like 800 keychains with 3 keys on my key, probably.
That's like me too.
Right? And the thing is, I don't lose my keys in the house. Like, very rarely will I lose keys inside the house, but I will forget them outside. And it's never the back door. It's usually the front door, never the back. Mostly because I usually use the front more than so. But, no, I'm pretty bad for that. Yeah, I think that's
it. Bye.
concludes our episode of high school.
That's it?
Well, yeah, we want to chat about what high school we went to, what we liked about it. Would you go back? Your friends from high school. And then we kind of drifted off to people that we worked with and we still talk to. I think that's it. This is probably our shortest podcast. Game 5s!
Makes up for the
We need side effects.
2 hour
Sound effects? Side effects. Sound effects? What's the word again?
sound effect.
Sound effects. We need sound effects. We can give each other, like, high fives!
You were a side effect.
Shush! This is the way my child treats me. So mean. But yes, I guess that concludes our episode of high school.
Bye, I guess.
Bye. Do you want to say anything?
She's telling me to tell
Okay,
you, like...
I'm editing this. I will say it, I guess.
No, like and subscribe.
To our podcast.
Please.
Please. Comment below. Give us suggestions on what to talk about.
Email us.
Email us. We miss people. We like people. Talk to us. Why is nobody talking to us?
Yeah, because we need suggestions for our next episodes. Because
we really
as
need
you
to
can
add
tell,
people. We need to like do a live thingy. We should bring people into our conversations.
We'll get Reese to do one with us.
Reese is boring. No offense, Reese. You're not boring. We love you.
He doesn't even listen to us.
So why am I gonna bring him on? Why are we gonna bring him on? We need people that are actively listening. We're watching you, subscribers. We're gonna call you up one day and be like, "Hey, come talk to us on our podcast. Come join us." So I'm gonna say right now, if you're listening on this on YouTube and you want to come to our podcast, drop a comment. You'll be one of the people we contact. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you live. Where you coming from? Is that like a song?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yes, we want to hear from you. We want to chat with you. Be our friends. Some random from the States.
Obviously, I need friends. Claudia doesn't.
I need friends. I like making friends.
Yeah, obviously.
I'm awkwardly shy when I meet new people, though. I'm quiet and I just sit there and I'm just like, nah. Hi, Claudia. Better than you. Silence. We have so many inside jokes. It's too funny. Polly's kind of shy and quiet.
Now, not so much because I don't really care as much what people think about me.
Now you're just like, well, I don't care. Do you like me? No? Okay, well, I don't care. I don't like you either.
Yeah.
I'm still shy around people. Like new people. Like if you have a party right now and there's like 16 people, out of those 16 people, I'll come talk to you because I know you only.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, this is so-and-so. I'm like, hi.
Cool, bye.
Where there's Dan who just doesn't stop talking sometimes. I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he meets one person and they mention like anything about anything he likes.
And it's just like, brrr, and it's just like nonstop. And it's
He
like,
just dumps it on you.
yeah, and he's just like, babe, I hope you're not listening to this because I love you, but yeah. That's him. That's too funny.
He's just very passionate.
Yes, that's what
About,
we're
like,
gonna
4 things.
What 4 things? We're not gonna name those 4 things because if you meet him, we want you to find out what he's passionate about.
Yeah.
We're gonna discuss this off the microphone.
We should bring him on the podcast. Then it would be like 4 hours long.
No. Babe, I really hope you're not listening to this because I'm not gonna share this at all with you. Oh my goodness.
Poor Nard.
You're so funny. Alright, well, we're gonna say goodbye. We hope you like this episode of High School. This is my sound effect. High school, high school, high school. Yeah, we really need to look at sound
Do
effects.
the Degrassi Junior either.
I can't do that. Oh my goodness, I love Degrassi. We should watch that this weekend. The Degrassi Junior. Hi!
That's gonna be our outro.
Our outro?
Outro.
Oh, our outro. I'm like, is that like Spanish for other? Otro? I'm like, meh? Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
we'll get Riley to say bye to you guys.
She's very actively playing right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share our podcast with others so people can hear us. And this is Riley saying bye. Can you say bye, Riley? She's looking at me because she was chewing on one of the kids' toy things. Oh, she chewed on Pokemon. Someone's gonna be sad. Can you say bye?
Say dada.
Can you say dada? No. No dada. Okay, we're gonna say bye. We hope you guys have a great afternoon. And we will talk with you later.
See you hopefully next week.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.